Hey, hello everybody, this is Danny Hernandez. Thank you very much for connecting today. And yes, this week we're talking a little bit more about entrepreneurship, a little bit more about how to change your employee mind into your entrepreneur mind. You know, it's most of the times what happens is that some of the people that want to start business, especially in networking, we are employees. We go to entrepreneurship and we don't check about the changes that we need to have in our mind. So it's very important. This actually applies to everyone that wants to start in a business, even if it's online or it's not online. But it's important to have that in mind. You need to change, to have these changes. And I found this very interesting article by Maite Baran, that's her name. And I want to share with you these 9 different aspects that we need to change in our mind. Okay, I think that this is going to be something that can help you out. It actually helped me be a little more like focused in how it's on some of the matters, and especially it made me also feel that I'm doing some things right. Yeah, so maybe it's gonna happen to you as well. So if you want to share with us something, maybe another aspect that from the ones that I mentioned right now, maybe you know another one that I'm not mentioning, and you can help us out with that too. Okay, just put it there in the comments. That'll be amazing. And so let me get started. So because as they are 9, I don't want to take that long. It's number 1. It's like you're responsible of all decisions, good or bad. Yeah, when you're an entrepreneur, everything falls into you. Yeah, when you're an employee, yes, okay, you follow responsibility of, you're responsible of everything that you're supposed to do depending on the description of your job, right? And that's what you're supposed to do. But as an entrepreneur is different, you know, because everything, where the business is going, decisions that are made are in your happen in your mind. That's why you're responsible, because you're able to respond to anything that occurs. Yeah, so if something good or bad is happening, something is happening, it's like, hey, yeah, cool. But if something is bad is happening, check it out, you know, put your hands into it, put your thought into it, because it's time to change, right? And to make things happen in the right way. So you are the one that needs to make things happen in the end. That's just in summary. Number 2, you have to keep your let's say long-term goals and your short-term goals on key, right? I mean, you really need to know where your business is going. You cannot just focus into just like, okay, yeah, we're gonna be doing this, fine, let's see where it takes us. Like, no. Yeah, it's like you're just gonna crash, right? It's like, okay, I'm gonna drive this car as fast as possible. I don't know where, but I'm just gonna drive it. Where are you gonna arrive? Yes, you're gonna arrive, but you don't know where. So you really need to keep focusing. Okay, I need to know where my business is going, and these are the steps I need to follow together. And now I can actually modify. You know, you can modify route, but in the end, this is where you're going. You know, and that's in your responsibility. That's something you gotta keep. So let's go to number 3. It's very cool. Yeah, I will see someone's connecting, but I don't see your name, so I'm sorry if I don't see your names and I say hi. If I see them, sometimes, you know, Facebook does that. So but feel free to send a hello or something, or put there's something in their comments. Of course, very appreciated. So number 3, feeling uncomfortable is your new comfort zone. Yeah, that's very good. I like that one, because when you're an employee, you're just inside this box, right? And usually you get a job because you want to feel a little more comfortable. You want to feel safe. Most of the people want a job because they want to feel safe. They have this amount of money. It's better to have a bird than to have 100 flying, you know, stuff like that. You know, that kind of mentality. An entrepreneur is different. You know, you have to feel uncomfortable to move. If you don't feel uncomfortable, you don't move. Yeah. Hasn't it happened to you that maybe you're in bed and you're already uncomfortable, you want to get up, you're like, okay, I don't feel good being in bed anymore, even though you're maybe like, okay, I wanted to spend like 3 hours in bed, but no, I'm uncomfortable already, I'm gonna move. It's what really makes you move. It's the same thing over there. It's the same thing as when you're an entrepreneur. You have to keep yourself uncomfortable so that you move into the next step. Yeah. And I think that's just a perk. I mean, you really need to know how to do that, right? Number 4, learning is a continuous journey. Yes, entrepreneurs love learning. Yes, leaders are readers. We've heard that so many times, and it's important that you keep that in mind. and not only about growing as a leader, growing personal development or stuff like this. You also need to know the new trends in your business, you know, the new technology that is out there, what is trending with new generations, you know, because your generation is different to new generations. And where are you going with your business? Is it going to just disappear when your generation's gone? You need to know how to get to the new generations as well. So make sure that you keep yourself growing all the time. And the best way to do it is just get together with people that are always with that progressive mindset. You know, I've heard that a lot from Jeff L. Gilbert, and it's true. I mean, you really need to keep yourself in a progressive mindset, you know, and feel comfortable with progressive mindset. Feel hungry, right? Don't try to get people that are needy. Yes, and entrepreneurs are not needy; they are hungry. Yes, so keep yourself hungry for that. And number 5, numbers don't lie. Entrepreneurs, we need to actually focus in results in the end, right? I mean, yes, you're passionate. Yes, most of the things that drive us are dreams. Most of the things that drive us are having like maybe amazing organizations, getting to lots of people and feeling great about it. But in the end, numbers are the ones that are saying if you're evolving or you're not evolving. Are you really getting the numbers the way that you're supposed to? You know, I mean, don't get lost in that in that dreamy idea. In the end, you have to know, okay, are you really prospecting the people that you need? Are you getting the numbers? Are you getting the clients? Are you getting the new associates? Anything, you know, that is necessary for your business? Are you really doing it? If not, then your business is gonna die, you know. And something else about this doesn't come here, but if you don't know how you got there, if I mean, instead of being successful, let's suppose that you got amazing results this month, yeah, and you're like, okay, yes, I got amazing results. You're so happy, you did it. But if you don't know how you did it, you cannot duplicate it. Yes, so you need to really know how you did things and evaluate that so that you can repeat that. When you can repeat that, then it's success, right? It's not luck. So be successful, don't be lucky. Okay. And then the next one is number 6 is love your business, but be objective about it. Yes, okay, love your business. When you're just an employee, you don't need to love what you do to do it. You know, sometimes you just work for money, and it's all right. Sometimes we just need that, right? And especially if you're in an unfortunate situation and you just need a job just to get out of it, right? It's okay, it's fine, yeah? But when you are an entrepreneur, you cannot be just like that. You need to love your business. You need to love what you do, because that loving is what's going to make you take care of it, you know, to elevate your vision, to make it grow. It's like loving your kid or loving your pet. I mean, it depends on your situation, but most of the times that's just the difference, you know. When you love your business, when you're in love with what you're doing, loving your organization and loving where you're going, then it just makes a very big difference. But it says be objective, right? I mean, don't be obsessive in such a way that maybe it's just a bad business, and because you're in love with it, you just want to stay there. It's like, no, the ship's sinking, get out of it. All right. And number 7, and I love this one. I was mentioning that also in my Spanish version, and yes, I love this one. You know, I love this one because it says, enjoy breaking the rules. Yeah, and that's fabulous. Enjoy breaking the rules. Why? Because an employee is not supposed to break the rules. An employee is to follow the rules in an amazing way. You know, I mean, just to excel in following rules. An entrepreneur, an entrepreneur actually needs to break the rules. If you don't break the rules, yes, if you don't break the rules, it's actually very, very different, right? Because not breaking the rules doesn't make you different from others. And diversity is what actually makes you get amazing results. And that's something that Jürgen Klaas mentioned. And it's like, it's not about being the best, it's about being different. Because people want the same thing but sold in a different way. So, and he's totally right. He's totally right. Most of the things that we still buy right now, I mean, you want to buy the new iPhone and it's the same thing, but it's just a new iPhone, right? Yes. And so they sell you the same thing, is just in just tons of different ways, and you just wanna buy it. How many shirts do you have? You know, how many shoes do I mean? Well, my wife likes shoes, right? Yeah, and for me, some of them are the same, but no, they're not. I mean, don't tell her, all right? But the thing here is that you have to fight for that, and the only way to fight for that, well, not fighting, but going for that, it's actually being different and breaking the rules. You know, I mean, and I was mentioning also in the Spanish version that it's just like the guys that are competing in the Olympics, right? For them to break records, they have to break the rules how they were established before. They cannot have the same training that they had before. They have to modify whatever they were doing, a different kind of training, a different kind of, maybe another coach or something. I mean, anything that is necessary for them to reach now. And you see every Olympics, every competition, they break records. It's amazing, yeah? And sometimes you think that you're not going to be able to do it. I mean, it's not about are you able to do it or not to do it. It's like how. If you think about how, then break the rules, break the mold more than the rules. Break the mold and do it in a different way. You know, and that's going to really guarantee success, right? And yes, as you're saying, Lily, yes, ouch, be successful, not lucky. Yes, that's going to be my phrase this week. That's going to be. I'm going to put it there in my timeline. I think that I love that quote now. It's mine now. Okay. So number 8, we're about to finish. Time is not linear. Yeah. When you're an entrepreneur, you don't consider working only 9 hours a day or 6 hours a day or 5 hours a day. No, when you're an entrepreneur, you have your business in your mind all the time. Yeah. And that doesn't mean that you're a workaholic. That means that sometimes your muse is going to attack you at any moment. You know, it's gonna get to you maybe when you're walking the dog, when you're at the gym, when you're driving your car, when you're listening to this song, or you're jumping, when you're meditating. You cannot just like, okay, it's time to go. I'm not gonna do anything anymore. I'm gonna put my mind somewhere else. Yeah, it's important to put your mind somewhere else. It's important to be with your family. You have to have your time for your family, time to have fun and everything. But as an entrepreneur, you don't stop yourself from having this extra vision, you know, to being a little more into it. You breathe your business, you know, and that's what really makes it different. So time is not a constraint when you're doing business, and especially if you love it. If you love it, I mean, you're just devoted to it. You talk about it. You try to make it better all the time. You're thinking about it, and if you don't want to, when you're with your friends, I mean, it just happens, right? And feel free to, don't feel bad about it. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Good. Especially if your business is to do good to others, you know, like what we're doing. And number 9 is a special. Number 9 says, start now. And that's what entrepreneurs do. Entrepreneurs start now. They're not like, they're not thinking about when they're gonna begin or anything, because they're so passionate about what they do. An entrepreneur is passionate about what they do. So it's about what he does already. So he really is going to get into it. You know, entrepreneur mindset. It's like, okay, we have to do it now because people need it. Because I have this amazing idea. Because this is the way that it's gonna work. Let's establish this. Let's do this. You know, it's like, and you have this passion to doing that. Yeah. And it's amazing. It's beautiful to be an entrepreneur, because when you change your mind into that set, nothing's gonna stop you until you really get it, right? And these are the 9 aspects that you need to change in your mentality. I don't know if you have another one. Maybe you have an extra one. Please add it there in the comments. If there's one that you need to work more in, why don't you share it with us so we can actually help out, or we can be helped by maybe your insight, because I know that many people that watch these videos are very, very, very good leaders. Yeah, so I wish that you're having an amazing time this week, that you have amazing results, and if you need this information, I can send it to you. So just put it there in the comments, and I can send it to you via message, direct message or something like that. So I'll see you then next Thursday. We're gonna continue with this theme during this week. Okay, so thank you very much, and have an amazing evening.